Hey guys, what's up? It's been a long time, but it's your boy Shivan back here with another trading review. Wanting to give you all an update on what's been going on since I last posted, but also really how this week has gone. So now, as you can see, I'm on TopStep, officially switching over from Tradeify a little bit, but really it's been a great 2 months filled with some of my biggest payouts to date and a really strong momentum, but also still mixed with some of those same habits of blowing accounts, being much too aggressive and oversizing, and not really being super strong. So I'm going to walk you guys today through some of the measures that I've taken to try and make sure longevity is piece of this, but then talk about the successes. I'm 1 day away from a payout on 3 different TopStep XFAs, and very exciting to be able to potentially take over $3,000 in payouts next week. And by really focusing in on only a couple of tickers, not trying to go big on the minis, trading small micros, but also using all the TopStep risk settings to ensure I'm successful. So really want to take some time, walk the team through what my risk settings are. So as you guys can see, with this first and most, I put a daily profit target. I've done so many times where I've like made $1,000, $1,500 and just wanted to keep trading, only to blow the account or blow all my profit. So trying to condition myself to get used to green is green. There isn't always a benefit to trying to push the account and the P&L further and further. This is a long game. So being kind of satisfied with strong green days and then locking myself out and saying, all right, this is what happened. This is the positive. Come back, refresh for the next day. Additionally, my biggest culprits of blowing accounts are trading minis. So 100% symbol blocks on ES and NQ. And you guys can see my risk settings are locked out. So I made the commitment to myself of if I'm going to put these risk settings, lock them out on TopStep. That's the feature that they have. So I want to make sure that I am doing that and taking advantage of it, so I don't like go back and say, oh man, I'm just gonna remove it and go back to trading NQ when I get into a red trade. And then also contract limits. So MNQ 3 contracts, MES 3 contracts as well. That way, on a 50K XFA with 2,000 DLL, it's nearly impossible to blow it on 3 MNQ unless you have like a minus 400 point drawdown, which you should never be holding a trade to negative 400 points or to, well, that would be like 1,600 ticks. It's like, it's impossible. So risk settings have really helped me lately, and you'll see kind of the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the results. This is just this week, some relatively new XFAs, but 2,200 in this account, 2,500 in this, and 3,700, all with strong daily wins, trade win rates, profit factors. This can obviously be better win-loss rate, but you'll see on some of the other accounts it's actually a much better positive ratio, which I prefer to try and get to. So this week, I think this was the account that I traded the best on. Had a relatively small number of trades, 27 trades for the week, totaling a total of $2,500 in profit, which is great across micro gold, micro NASDAQ, and micro ES. A lot during the evening session, overnight going into Globex in Asia, and then a little bit during the NQ session. This first day was huge. Traded 5 MNQ down, nice shorts, a couple of NQ shorts, and locked out. What I'm really proud of is this last night actually was 2 micro gold trades. 5,100 got in at a key resistance level, took my 20 points, and then another resistance level at 5,150, took my 100 points, or took my 10 points, and just got out for the day. $300 was very good. You'll see with a lot of these stats, they're actually looking out really, really strong, and really setting myself up for a great kind of time ahead. Back into some of the chart review though. MNQ, what the hell? Quite frankly, just looking at this is gross. This has just been an absolute chop fest for the past 4 months, which is good, I guess, if you're a range trader, terrible if you're a trend trader. But this has just been absolutely brutal. We have been in this range since September at the bottom of 24,200 all the way up to 26,500. So about a 2,200 point range, 4 to 5% in the NASDAQ. You see we're trending a little bit down. things are kind of closing below some of these SMAs on a consistent basis. RSI probably needs to reset a little bit, and so your MACD is kind of coming down as well. So not a great close on this weekly candle. This is the lowest close that we've seen in a few weeks, and it's really approaching these kind of key levels here when it was around November time. So very interesting to see what's going to happen going into Sunday night and Monday morning. On a little bit kind of shrinking down some of the time frames. Today was a really good example, or like the last few days, there's really good examples of drawing out levels and then holding them and extending them right. So as you see, this is on February 9th, so it's still a while back that I drew this, but this was the opening balance from February 9th that I drew out and left there and just left there on my chart. And you'll kind of see, like, over the past month, it has respected this range quite a bit throughout. So we've seen rejections off of the bottom of this range, hitting the top of this, rejecting off midpoint rejections, breakthroughs, retests. And it's just a really good, important reminder to, when you are drawing some of these key levels, especially at new opening week gaps or new week opening gaps, daily gaps, Monday mornings, making sure you're drawing them out, extending them right, and just keeping some of those levels there, because those are the levels that are going to continually get pressed and get attacked over the course of the week, and you want to make sure you're remembering them, because you're only human. You can't remember every level every single day. So this is another one over here where we did overnight. This was the gap. This was a gap that had formed, and I just kind of drew the line out, and you'll see once again consistently the 720 to 740 range has been a money maker for me over the past several weeks, both on the prop firms but also cash accounts, of dips below, bounces, goes back here, breaks below, breaks back above, falls back. So make sure you're drawing your levels out and going from there. This today itself was a bit of a tough one to trade, quite frankly. You'll see, I think overnight, yesterday we kind of fell over, pumped back up right before close, going to 4 p.m. We started out here, slow turn, and then just been a dump all day. Poor NFP results released at 8:30 this morning, so really just been an up and down day, but happy to be out and have the accounts be alive. Gold, on the other hand, has been a bit trickier with all the external politics, geopolitical conflicts. I know gold is obviously very much tied to that, so a much more different kind of way of exploring this, gold being very wicky, moving up and down, so having to be very reactive versus drawing pre-specified levels. But you can see it really looks like it wants to break back to trending up. We came back, retested 5,000 after the massive push up to 5,400, and now we're kind of holding this 5,100 to 5,160 level, and it doesn't seem like it wants to break. It looks like it's holding it. If you kind of go back a little bit, even additional time, you'll see that this has just historically been such a really, really key level for gold, right? You're looking all the way back January, bouncing up here. So interesting to see that it's bouncing between this 100-point range, and now that we've hit the midpoint and gone back up, I'm interested to see if we can hit this 5230 level here, and then potentially break back up for a retest of 5350. So overall, it's going really well. Very proud of myself so far with the profit, but it's only the first week of March. Lots and lots of time to mess things up, but also lots of time to keep growing, getting better, and trying to get some payouts, but ultimately get me on a live account long term. I know I've changed the format of these videos here and there, so I want you guys to put in the comments what more kind of content you want from me, what you want to see from me. Like, subscribe. We're going to do a big special at 100 subscribers, so make sure you're tuned in for that, just so you can participate and make sure you're part of the crowd. Let's keep getting better at trading together. And